Elijah was one of Israel's greatest prophets. One day, God said to him, "Appoint Elisha as your successor." Elijah went to Elisha, who was plowing a field with oxen, and placed his cloak over Elisha's shoulders. At that moment, Elisha left everything behind, his family and his oxen, and followed Elijah. As time passed and the moment for Elijah to be taken to heaven drew near, Elisha pleaded, "Please, let me inherit a double portion of your spirit." Elijah accepted his request. Suddenly, a chariot of fire and horses of fire came down from heaven. Elijah was taken up in a whirlwind. Elisha and the other prophets watched in awe. Elisha picked up the cloak Elijah had left behind and went to the Jordan River. He struck the water with the cloak, and the river parted in two. The people said, "The Spirit of God now rests on Elisha." Elisha had become a prophet of God. One day, Elisha went to the city of Jericho. Though it was a beautiful city, the water was bad, the people were sick, and the land was dry and barren. Elisha put salt in a new bowl and threw it into the spring, praying to God. Immediately, the water became clean and the sickness disappeared. When we seek God's power in faith, amazing things happen. As Elisha was going up to Bethel, some boys came out and mocked him. "Go up, you bald head. Go up, you bald head." Their words mocked not just Elisha, but the God who had taken Elijah to heaven. Elisha rebuked them, and suddenly 2 bears came out of the forest and attacked some of the boys. This event served as a warning not to take God's holiness lightly. Later, Israel and its allies were traveling through the desert to fight the Moabites but ran out of water. Elisha called for a musician, and as music played, he received a word from the Lord: "Dig ditches. Without wind or rain, water will fill them." The next morning, although no rain had fallen, the ditches were filled with water. The Moabite army mistook the water for blood and fell into confusion and defeat. God's plans are fulfilled in ways beyond our understanding. After one of Elisha's disciples died, the man's widow came to Elisha in desperation. Her 2 sons were about to be taken as slaves to pay a debt. Elisha told her to borrow empty jars from her neighbors and pour her remaining oil into them. Miraculously, the oil kept flowing until every jar was full. She sold the oil, paid her debts, and had enough left to live on. Faith and obedience turned scarcity into abundance.